breaking bones to bring her enemies to their feet. And her champions to her side. Angela Mao leads the Dragon Masters. They're unbeatable, unbreakable, unforgettable. Sting of the Dragon Masters, the chop sock team that'll knock you out and stomp you to pieces.
Welcome back, my fellow agents. It is I, X7, your master of martial arts mayhem, and also the host of Zenorama, the podcast of heroes and monsters. Today we are going to be looking at the 1973 martial arts masterpiece of sorts, When Tae Kwon Do Strikes, aka Sting of the Dragon Masters. That title makes no sense, but it's kind of cool. It stars Angela Mao Ying, Jun Ri, and a young lady, well, also Carter Wong, as well as a young lady named Ann Winton as Marie. But before we get too much further into it, please like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of the movie. Did you ever study Taekwondo? Your humble agent sure did, as a very young humble agent. And just watch a little longer. Really helps the algorithm. And now, on with the show. We begin with your obligatory credit sequence Taekwondo training montage. Taekwondo is the national sport or national martial art of Korea, South Korea. And it's a lot of kicks, few weapons, and, of course, upper body strikes, but mainly focused on kicking. So there's Grandmaster Jun Ri, who was called the father of Taekwondo in America. And right next to him is Ann Winton. She was a dancer, but she's also from this country. And there's Carter Wong, ostensibly our three heroes, well, minus one who was a Hapkido person, right there. And of course, we know about Angela Mao Ying. And here's more people there. Well, that's Andre Morgan. Martial arts are Sammo Hung and possibly Yen Biao. The instructions, really good. The difference between Angela's first couple of movies and this one, the fights are so much crisper. It's just, you can tell that these are more trained people. Directed by Wang Feng. And he does a good job, actually. It's not nearly as sleazy as, say, whatever the Stoner was. But they corner, that's Carter Thunder from Big Trouble in Little China. We've talked more about that movie in episodes than we have actually talked about, or than I've reviewed the movie, which I'll have to dig around and do at some point. But they're in occupied Korea, and the Japanese are there because, just being jerks overall, like they do. So a fight breaks out. Surprising, this movie has a ton of fights in it, and they're really good. I mean, lots of kicks. And then he runs into this church that is Father Louis Andre Morgan. And they run in, just blatantly disregarding. They have some kind of, ostensible. The U.S. embassy is there, or consulate, what have you. And there she is. That's Ann Winton as Marie. And she is a tragic story. I'm not going to get into, but she's an extra, I think, in Enter the Dragon, but she's really good. Her dubbing does not help her, whoever dubbed her, but overall, her performance is spectacular, especially her fighting. There's Jun Ri as Di Changdong, the leader of the Rebel Alliance. His father, Louis, is gardener. Carter Wong is Kim Chun-che, is supposed to be Korean. Marie's getting a little horked off here, and guess what's about to happen? A fight breaks out, and look at this kick. Her kicks are excellent. She was also a dancer, so she had, look at how high that kick is. Normally you wouldn't do that. The one dancer we had in class when I was training in Troy Lee Futt could kick you in the head if she wanted to, but it left her open to getting pushed onto her bottom. So he's like, "All right, why didn't you tell me you were learning Taekwondo? You taught her." So they leave. And he's like, the father says, "I'll be fine." And there's Samo hung himself as Saito, playing Japanese this time. He was in a lot of Angela, a couple, I've reviewed a couple of Angela's movies. Uh, Not the second one. Which one did I do? I think I haven't. Let's see, Deadly. I think I've done Hapkido. I don't know, Lady Whirlwind. They're all three. She did three of them right away. This one was done after Enter the Dragon, and she shines here as well. But we don't see her yet. So Samo does a great job because he gets the stuffing beat out of him almost by everybody and makes him look great. So I don't know that he knows any karate or hadn't studied it too much yet, but he gets better. But again, if I'm gone. Army shows up, and now we're at the Taekwondo camp, and he yells at his students for not maintaining their cool. Unfortunately, I mean, Junri obviously is a great martial artist. His acting is a little suspect. It was his first and only movie, and the script just makes him unpleasant as a teacher. Don't know. I mean, and he looked that old, and he's about 41 in this movie, and he lived quite a while. Because I remember seeing him on TV and thinking, yeah, I've seen him. And he lived to 86, so he just passed away about 9 years ago, 8 years ago. So, and he always looked that age. I mean, except he was bolder as he got older. So we're 25 minutes. Mao Ying shows up, and she is Huang Li Chen, a Chinese woman who's she and her mother run a shop. So her mother's in there. You know what's going to happen. She goes to talk to Father Lewis, and she's about to be ganged up on by the Japanese. He makes an inappropriate advance to her, and she cracks him across the face, 5 across the eyes. And then a fight breaks out. I just look at this. I mean, we'll get into that, but she's so good. Her presence has increased, in 3 or 4 movies, just gotten better as she starred. She kills this guy, dude, right in the church. Where is the priest? Oh, she finds out and heads home. They've got a noodle house, which looks delicious, incidentally. And they're passing along messages. They compliment each other's taekwondo and her hapkido, which she was a master. She had a black belt or some high rank in hapkido in real life. There's mom. Samo comes in. Everyone's watching. She runs out. Everyone follows her, drags them into the woods, and they're all huffing and puffing like she's run them ragged, and she's not. So Angela's portrayed as a dynamo. I mean, literally the female Bruce Lee, or Bruce Lee was the female Mao Ying. Take it or leave it. But fight breaks out again. She kills him with the katana and slices. These guys run away. More mutual respect. Off she goes, and they're waiting for there. But little kid says, "Don't go in." But he goes in. Samo's there again, and she beats him up. She beats them up. See, more slices. It's not a very bloody movie. There's a little bit. And it's got that. Fight, 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 fight. And then they kill her mom. Yeah. So she's out for vengeance now. They use the pejorative of Japs a lot in this movie, not surprisingly. It was still even in 73, or I don't know when it got brought over here. Release date 73, runs 95 minutes, 91 minutes in South Korea. It made a lot of money. Hong Kong, or Cantonese. So I enjoyed it. I don't know that I need to have a copy of it, but I enjoyed it more than I'd seen. I think Sinister Cinema's CinemaScope version of Sting of the Dragon Masters, and I even remember being impressed at her. But he's telling her to calm down. We're in this together. Marie goes to see the Japanese about her uncle. That's the priest, and they bring him out, and he's been tortured and beat, whipped, and a fight breaks out. And she again. Her kicks are amazing, and she really did a good job with this choreography because they didn't play light. Samo's known for not, pulling punches unless, just not killing you. It's not an if you get injured, it's a when in any sport and any martial arts movie. So she does a good job. Now I think if she'd have continued to make movies, she'd have improved, and really she would have set the country on fire. I think if she'd have gotten the right vehicle behind her, if her husband hadn't killed her and her son, and then himself. Chomp. Then the boss says, "Let her go." So they all meet, and gentlemen, to evil.
Gentlemen, to evil.
I believe that's the Russian, but I'm not exactly sure. But why they'd be teaming up with the Japanese is beyond me, even at this point in time, but who knows? More discussion, blah, blah, blah. There's the secret list of all the rebels in Korea. And then he goes to free the priest. He's going to sacrifice himself because he can't let somebody else die because of him. It's more important to let the rebellion live on even without him. It sounds like Victor from Casablanca, doesn't it? A fight breaks out, and he does a good job, but you'll have to wait for a small intermission for station identification. You are watching Zenorama, the podcast of heroes and monsters on KXNO, part of the Zenorama Broadcasting Network. We now return you to our regularly scheduled program. There's one actual Japanese actor in here, and that's Ken Kazama as Yokohama. And I didn't mean to rhyme that, but I think he's plotting something here. And more fight, and Samo again just takes a beating and keeps on ticking. But they bring in these spears with pikes on it, and grab him, and they've captured him. And of course, Thunder wants to go rescue him right away, and Angela says, "Stop! You got to use your head, moron." It's like, we can't rescue him. So there is a notice in Chinese that is not Korean. Korean writing is completely different, totally different writing, totally. And now they go with him. Somebody wants his money. So there he is. He's turned him in, and he just kills him dead just strangles him. I think they take and then they torture him some more. He's like, all right. I don't know if Lieutenant Makabayashi is Wong Feng, but that's not him. Doesn't say who he is, this gentleman here is, but he's got a little Hitler mustache, so more just go find her and kill her. So off to the moms, and there they are eating noodles. Looks so good. This guy gets up and challenges them and gets beat up and killed. And of course, Thunder is like, he's gonna explode if he's not careful. But they leave him alone. There's some training, some karate training, but they lack unagi. All right, go get her. And while they're just waiting about to figure out what to do, more talking. And now, there they are, taking him there. And then Marie shows back up. She's finally, I don't know what happened. They were supposed to go to China, but I don't think they did. And she's hungry because she hasn't eaten anything. Brings her to Thunder, and she eats like a champ, just mastered the chopsticks and everything. And he's leaving her a note saying, "We're going to go attack these guys. And again, gentlemen, to even more evil."
Gentlemen, to evil.
The Japanese now hear the sounds of a scuffle, and we can guess what's going on here. Like, wait, just let them fight their way in. And it's Thunder and Marie, and they're just beating everyone. And she, again, I was thoroughly impressed, and that's coming from a martial artist, for this young lady. And so they find it, and he yells at them, and he dresses them down while the bad guys are all around him. They're like, yeah, let's just enjoy this while they're yelling at each other. But then the fight breaks out again. Kaboom. I don't know who he's fighting there, if that's her stunt double, but because, she's got her hair. That's probably her. Again, she did a really good job, but she probably only needed fights, but they're beating them up. They beat them up. So they get to beat the two underlings up, but then Mao Ying shows up at the last minute and says, here's the secret thing. And then he yells at her. Junri does. And she says, I want to fight him. So she's going to beat up Samo for a while. And while she's doing that, look at that. That's just a jumping roundhouse kick. They're not easy. So now we got a new guy challenging her. Meanwhile, while this is going on, and she did a nice stunt where he breaks that with his head. Oh, June has worked his way through that, pulls it out, and his hands are still bound, but they're bound by an iron chain. Look at that. That's a great shot. I mean, he looks properly heroic. Except that he hasn't been a very good teacher. So good fight scene. I think they could have broken this up a little bit with some people talking or saying, "Wow, these guys are good. They're really good." But we'll get them. But Mao Ying. I mean, again, the martial arts choreography here is amazing. That raises it, to 5 stars right there, if not 6 or 5 Xeno cubes, as we'll see. Fight, 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 fight. He kills that guy, dead. And she says, "Oh," and he tells her to let me have the last one. This is Korean, and clocks him. I mean, just kills him and exterminates him in a very painful manner. Dead. She gives him the book. They're all friends again, and they just walk out. Now the army's going to come after them because they just killed a whole bunch of loyal people. But good movie. I thought I fixed that. So that's a good movie. You know what to do if you leave. But here's our rating. It's 4.5 Xeno cubes. 6 for the fights, but I'm going to take away a couple because the story's a little hackneyed. It just ends. Like a little. I mean, I know that happens a lot, but so I'd say 4.5 Xeno cubes. We'll be seeing more of these in the future, but I have to retake that picture and get a better one. And again, if you know what to do if you're leaving.
King Kong. Three cheers for King Kong.
All right, my fellow agents, tomorrow we will be reviewing the really good, nearly great Captain Kronos vampire jogger, vampire hunter, vampire slayer, somebody like that. It's a good movie. Yeah, Savannah's airing it tomorrow night, or tonight, pardon me. So that'll be fun. But until that next assignment, this is X7 signing off and phasing out. And remember, if your teacher is berating you constantly, even though you're trying to save him, I don't know, think about that teacher. But Taekwondo is a lot of fun. And I'll be seeing you.
In the 18th century in Central Europe, a black terror swept across the face of the land. The curse of vampirism, which had been a half-forgotten memory for hundreds of years, returned with a fury that struck unholy fear into the hearts of every man, woman, and child. One man dared to make a stand against this evil epidemic. One man dared to hurl a challenge of cold steel against the terror of the undead. He was Captain Kronos, vampire hunter.